So you've built your app and you're so excited that it's finally on the App Store. But no one is really downloading your apps. You hardly have any users, and that makes you sad. Building the app and getting it up on the App Store is one thing. Getting users to actually download and use and maybe even pay for your app, that's a completely different game. And one of the first rules of this new game you should learn is App Store Optimization, or ASO for short. ASO is similar to SEO, search engine optimization, which you may have heard of, but instead of optimizing a website to rank higher in Google search, you're optimizing your app and your App Store listing to rank higher on the App Store. So it's basically the App Store version of SEO. And ranking high for search terms is very important because you may have seen from your own behavior, when you search for something on the App Store and you're scrolling the results, you probably don't go much further than the top 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, you're certainly not scrolling to app number 30. So getting your app to rank high for specific keywords is huge, and that's what ASO is all about. This video is a quick overview of what ASO is, and I'm going to give you some basic beginner tips to get you started, but I want to let you know, ASO is a science. There's entire companies and products all about ASO. It is a deep rabbit hole that you can go down, and it's not just something you do once. It's something you constantly iterate on and test. It is an ongoing project pretty much for the life of your app. The first topic we'll touch on are your app's keywords. Now, these are the words you want to rank for in the search results. Now, your app's name, subtitle, and keyword list all play a part in the terms that you rank for. For example, if you want to rank for the search term habit tracker, it's probably a pretty good idea to have habit tracker in your app's name. And here's a tip that beginners usually don't know, is that your app's name, subtitle, and keyword list, they all carry different weights with the App Store algorithm when it comes to the keywords you rank for. So the keywords in your app's name carry more weight than the keywords in your app's subtitle, and the keywords in your app's subtitle carry more weight than the keywords in your keyword list. And the order also plays a part. For example, the first keyword in your app's name carries more weight than the last keyword in your app's name. And that ordering also applies to your subtitle and keyword list. So when reasonable, you want to put your most important search term in your app's name, and if you can, you want to put it at the beginning of your app's name. Now you may say, but what about my brand? Well, unless your brand is well known in what people are searching for, like an Instagram or a YouTube, it's not going to really help you ASO-wise. So you typically want to put your app's name after the major keyword. For example, here's a popular habit tracker app, HabitKit. You can see their app name is habit tracker-HabitKit. So the most important keyword is the very first thing in their app's name. And also, make sure you're not repeating keywords between your app's name, subtitle, and keyword list. Again, if habit tracker is what you're going for and it's at the beginning of your app's name, don't also put it in your keyword list. You're not going to get extra weight by putting it in both. It actually lessens the effect of the keyword. You're hurting yourself by doing that. The number of ratings your app gets is also a huge signal to the App Store algorithm and helps you rank higher. So you want to be getting as many ratings as possible. So make sure you're using the ratings prompt in your app at good moments. You don't want to just spam this anywhere. Again, back to the habit tracker example. Let's say someone's using their app and they've successfully done a habit for 7 straight days. That would be a great time to show this ratings prompt, and you want to collect as many of these ratings as possible because that helps you rank in ASO. Your App Store screenshots are a huge deal as well, and oftentimes developers just leave those as an afterthought. They'll upload the app to the App Store and be like, oh, I forgot, I need some screenshots, and they whip it together real quick. Do not do that. Because great App Store screenshots leads to more downloads. I mean, you know your own behavior. You're scrolling the App Store, you're most likely just glancing at the screenshots as you go by. If one of those screenshots catches your eye, it looks high quality, looks like a premium app, you're more likely to click into it, learn more likely to download. So the screenshots are very important because you need to get that download, because ASO is like a loop. You want to get as many downloads and as many people using your app as possible because that can lead to more ratings. And if your keywords are set up correctly, you'll start moving up the rankings for those keywords. And as you move up the rankings for those keywords, that equals more downloads. More downloads equals more ratings. And more ratings equals moving up the rankings. So it's a slow climb. You're not going to move up overnight, but that's the ASO flywheel that you hope to get going. Now, to be honest with you, getting that flywheel started in the very beginning, like getting those very first downloads, that's tricky nowadays. With AI and so many apps just flooding the App Store, it's very tricky to get those initial downloads. And the honest truth is, you're probably gonna have to bring them in from outside the App Store, whether that's social media or paid ads via Apple Ads. And actually, for beginner developers, Apple Ads is probably the easiest and best way to get started on those initial downloads. And yeah, the reality is it's gonna cost you a little bit of money. But Apple does give you $100 in ad credit when you first create your Apple Ads account. So that's a nice little bonus to get you started. And keep an eye out on our channel. We're gonna have a video all about Apple ads coming soon. But once you get those initial downloads, if you have a great app and you're iterating on your ASO, you're testing new App Store screenshots, you're testing new keywords, that ASO flywheel is gonna get going. And ideally, you should start climbing up the ranks, which gives you those sweet, sweet, sweet organic downloads. You don't have to pay for marketing. You're just ranking high, getting all those downloads for free. Like that's the dream. And if you're new to the world of building apps for Apple platforms, Bitrig is a Mac app that helps you build high-quality, premium, native Swift apps with AI. And it's actually built by the co-creators of SwiftUI that used to be at Apple. So it integrates amazingly well with the first-party Apple frameworks and specializes in Swift and SwiftUI. The team ships updates weekly, so the product keeps getting better and better and better. Check it out at bitrig.com.